Welcome back. As you guys can see, I have some new 3D printed parts for my Odin Sidewinder. It is to help reload the MP5 mags. Since, most of you will just insert it here and crank it that way, I guess. But let's just make it easier. I had a buddy locally here, 3D Prints by Tommy. He printed me two different versions of adapters. They're from 3D 3D prints or 3D cult prints, something like that. But I'll put it in the description of the website and the links to these 3D printed parts. But so let's get into it. This is the first one. I mean, I like it. The fitment's nice. Give me a second. There we go. Wrong way. It's nice and snug, but what I don't like is it doesn't. You have to hold it. You have to hold it and crank. So you have to hold it like this and crank it that way. So I was not a big fan of that, but I just told him to print it and just for me to try it out, I guess. So there's that. This piece here comes in multiple pieces. Here it splits like that. All I did was I added the mag release catch. I put that in there. Also had a spring that was laying around. I installed that. This is the mag release button. That's also with the print. This comes with it as well. This goes on the top like so. Put it on like that. And then this piece here slides inside here. And it just sits flush like that, as you can see. So I'm going to install this. They do take 2.5 by 8 millimeter self-tapping screws. So I did order some more. If these are popular, I'll have my buddy print them out and see if we get any interest that anybody wants them. But it's super easy to install. I mean, you're just screwing them in. So there, let's add this. Yeah, I could have went with, black screws, but I'm not too picky about this. Not a big deal to me. And these ones are a little longer. I don't know the length of those. Someone in the comments can maybe guess. But they do need to be longer since the bottom two have to travel a little further than these ones. Oops. So I'll make sure that's flush. Okay. It's nice and tight. And then, as you can see, I had to get longer ones because it has to at least reach a little bit to here. This is the longest one I had. But you can crank it enough that it will connect. And there's no cracking so far, so that's a good thing. So nice and tight. Yeah, it's pretty good construction. But this is what it looks like inside. So when you first get it, you think that it's not going to click in, but you just gotta push it in. It is a really nice snug fit. Let me get the mag here. Load that. Locks in, just like so. Then you crank it, obviously. And release. And my screw fell out, as you can see. Yeah, this one I'll have to get maybe a lot longer one. Yeah, it's barely even touching, so I'll have to get a longer one for that, but this one seems to keep it together. That's an easy fix. But you just crank it, and when it stops, stop. I always like catching the BBs because I don't want it to go everywhere. Let's toss it on the top here. Okay, and it's loaded. These are 95 round mid caps. I do not like high cap mags. I hate the rattle and I hate the winding, so this is my preference. I almost forgot, I did want to say that you do have to do a little bit of sanding. I did a little bit of sanding here on the mag release button. I did it around, and I also sanded the sides and the edges for this piece too. So make sure you sand around all this. Here I sanded as well, just for it to be smooth when inserting it for insulation. But 3D printing, it's not 100% perfect, but it gets you there. And a little bit of sanding, it doesn't take much. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please like, share, subscribe, and I'll bring some more content to you. Thanks.